Hey, Yanick from the Big Bounce Theory Premium Bouncy Castle and Event Rental Company in Edmonton. What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about Youth Day. Is an event that we do every year in Edmonton here in Castledown. This is basically a free event for the entire community of Edmonton. We have 15 to 20 inflatables there every single year. We bring our biggest inflatable, the biggest slide. We've got one that's 24 foot tall. We've got the toxic meltdown. We've got obstacle courses. We got everything there. And then the event also brings food trucks. They bring music, face painting, balloon twisting, glitter tattoo. It's a whole carnival there, and it's free. It's free to everyone.
That's amazing. So how did you get started doing Youth Day for the community?
Yeah, so I actually approached Ted from SOS Media there a few years ago because I saw that they were doing this big event in the middle of August, and I thought, this is right up my alley. This is exactly what we want to do. We want to provide to the community and just have fun, right? And so I actually reached out to them through Facebook, and at first they weren't super keen on having us there, and after a couple of weeks, they actually reached out back to us. And that's when I say, let's see what we can work with. And so I, met with them, and then we came up with a plan. And we did that first year. I think that was 2024 is my, if I'm correct. And then it, from there it just took off. It was very successful. It was amazing. It was a beautiful event. It helped that it was a beautiful day as well. And then, it was just, it was just a good time. And this is how I really got to get to this event and work with them. And, now it's going to be our third year with them. And for themselves, it's going to be their 15-year anniversary this year doing this event.
Wow. So you're bringing in a lot of your big stuff, your best stuff.
Correct.
Maybe we'll walk through how it started and then how it evolved to today.
So how it started, it started because it was already their 12th anniversary, so they already knew what they wanted, right? So it started pretty big. Actually, the first year we did also have the open air cinema there in the evening, which it was great. And then there was fireworks and stuff, so that was awesome. The open air cinema won't be there this year just because of the weather this year. It's just been a little unpredictable and didn't want to deal with it. Fair enough. Respect that. But yeah, it started, it started big, and it's still big, to be honest with you. This kind of event where we just go all in on it every single year. We bring as much as we possibly can there. And that's to make a successful event, right?
So how many people come? So this is Youth Day, but I'm sure they bring, their parents and grandparents. And is it a whole family thing, or do they have to register? Like, how does this event play out?
Yeah, well, it's a family thing for sure. Now, I'm not entirely sure if they have to register. I don't think they have to register because it's really just like walk in and just have fun, right? But I believe they bring in between 10 and 15,000 people for, within a 4-hour period there. So it's, it gets really, really crowded there very quickly. 10, 15,000 people is, a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. So that's why you're bringing so much equipment. So how many pieces do you typically bring to that event?
Usually we go between 15 and 20 inflatables. Depends on the size, depends on what we have available as well. But we always reserve like the Toxic Meltdown, the Atomic Rush, 120-foot obstacle course, right? This is always the two key pieces that we bring there. A couple of years ago, they also had the Ninja Wire there. This year won't be there because it's actually booked somewhere else. They've got, I think, 300-foot obstacle courses there. They've got the largest combos that we have, with the slide and bouncing area and stuff. And then they have, a 40-foot obstacle course. They have face painting. They'll have mini golf. They'll have everything there.
Nice. So they got all different things. And it's open to the people of the area. Anybody can come there, and they've got you guys there. And they also have some music and entertainment. What's that all about?
Yeah, they actually have a stage set up there, and then they've got music there, live band. Everyone is local, right, within the community, so this is great. They have food trucks from all over the city. They've got sponsors, like TELUS is there, and then youth engagement is there. Like just everyone is there. Honestly, it's just such a great event. I would say it's one of my favorite events to go to every year. So
Nice. So you've been doing it for a number of years now, and that happens when? August what?
August 15th this year. So
August
it's
15th,
Saturday, August 15th.
Nice. So August 15th, you're going to go to Youth Day, and this is a special thing that's going to promote things in, and you said it's in the Castle Downs area of Edmonton. Is that right?
Yeah, it's at the YMCA in Castle Downs.
Okay, I know where that is. Yeah. We very familiar. My dad lives not too far from that area.
It's a great area.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So how many staff do you guys typically bring in order to man these 15 to 20 different inflatables?
For sure. So setting up is about 6 to 7 staff, really, and it can be done in about an hour and a half. And in terms of manning the event, we have, I believe it's 16 employees that are going to be there, looking at every single unit there, make sure everyone is safe. There's not too many kids on them and they don't go too crazy. So 16, the Big Bounce Theory employees will be on site there and then monitoring everything.
Yeah, I think that's the nice thing about the Big Bounce Theory. You guys are very well established, the best event rental company as far as your inflatables and entertainment for the city, and you've got staff to man everything.
This is something, it's actually one of the main reasons why they came with us, actually, and which is a good point you're talking about that, because they said, every year it's always hard for us to find staff to man the inflatables. And, I told them, I was like, we have an army of people at the Big Bounce Theory, and, they're waiting to do this job. They love doing this. So that's actually one of the main reasons why they came with us, because we could just man our inflatables ourselves. And as a matter of fact, this Saturday, August 15th, we have 48 employees that are going to work in the company supervising other events, because we have 5 large events coming up this weekend, plus a few smaller ones. But in total, we have 48 people that are going to be supervising our inflatables across the city, all the way to Fort Assiniboine, all the way to Lloydminster. So it's, we travel as well. So.
Wow. So you guys not only have the inflatables, you have manpower to help make sure that the events go well and they're not relying on volunteers.
Exactly,
right?
because it's really hard to find volunteers. And from my experience, there's a lot of events that's been canceled over the years simply because they don't have enough volunteers to help them with. So having the manpower to help those events make it happen has been something that's been very important for us.
Yeah, no, that's really, really good and important point for anybody who's wanting to really book a large event in really anywhere in Alberta. If you're, stuck on manpower, Big Bounce Theory has you covered there.
Yep.
Now, is there anything else that we should know about large events, specifically like Youth Day or any other things that we haven't really covered?
Book early. That's all I can tell you. Book early, because those big events, like this weekend, we've got 5 of them. That pretty much sells us out of our inventory. So the earlier you book, the better choice you're going to have. And although we have a large inventory, when those big events come in, they take a big chunk of what we have, right? So the inventory just, gets smaller and smaller. So make sure that, you book a few months ahead, especially the bigger events that are in June and July. Book, start of the new year. So January, February is the time to book if you want to make sure that you can get your hands on what you want for the summer.
All right, there you have it. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, Yanick, for sharing with us today, and hopefully that inspires somebody to, book and think about the Big Bounce Theory when they're looking at planning on any large events for the city of Edmonton or anywhere in Alberta.
Thanks for having me.
You betcha.